on this computer, and you can take it away.
Okay, welcome to our restaurant, Asian Cajun 2 by M.A.T.H. Inc. I'd like to start off by introducing to you some of our members and some of the key roles that they played. Can we get them? Thank you. First, my name is Michelle Cortez. I played the role of restaurant owner. I also played the role of group leader, which involved collaboration with my group. In the beginning, I worked on the project progress report. I also completed a formal report with some help of some of my group members and the formal cost report. Next, I'd like to introduce Abigail McLaughlin. She played the role of restaurant designer, and she played the key elements in our uniform design and cost, and also decor design and cost. Next, I'd like to introduce to you Teresa Nguyen. She played the role of restaurant owner. Teresa created our formal PowerPoint and also worked on some key missing elements there, such as hours, and worked on our motto. And then lastly, I'd like to introduce you to Huyen Vo, who goes by Lucy. Huyen got an early start. She came in late to the group, but Huyen did some owner side of the work. She did our menu design. She also named the restaurant. She also did our restaurant layout, and then she worked on the furniture design and costs as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so I'd like to talk to you about our mission statement so you kind of get a feel for what our restaurant will be like. So Asian Cajun 2 is the fusion of different types of food, different types of Asian food with a Cajun kick. It takes place in a relaxing fine dining type of atmosphere, and we're kind of aimed towards all types of people, but with an emphasis on the middle class. It offers fresh seafood daily, and I know it's typical of restaurants to have the motto quality before quantity, but that's really a key element in our restaurant, and we believe that'll play a key role in success. So we want to make our customers feel relaxed in our restaurant, kind of like the ambiance or feel of a coffee shop. We like to fuse different types of themes into our foods, environment, and decor because we believe that'll make a unique experience, and that's kind of another key element of our restaurant is unique. So come on down and awaken your taste buds from the bore of the everyday grind. Our hours of operation at Asian Cajun 2, where you get the best of both worlds, would be Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then I'd like to pass it over to Teresa.
Hi, I'm Teresa, and I worked on the PowerPoint. So our menu, we have different types of entrees, appetizers, and other types of foods. We heavily emphasize on seafood, but because we have Asian food in it too, we have some items that have Asian food that's Asian, like our seafood egg rolls and our seafood fried rice. Our fan favorite would be the seafood pho with a special Cajun seasoning from New Orleans. And thank you. And okay, so our restaurant is located on 1024 North Chicago Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60954. We want our restaurant to be where it is not where it is right outside of downtown, where it's not too busy, but yet it still makes enough where we can still get enough business to make a living. The area has an old rustic homey feel to it, where it could be called as a rare gem of Chicago because it's kind of hidden, so only locals know about it, unless tourists come and ask the locals where our restaurant is, and they'll be like, it's right there in the little corner. The restaurant has a unique fusion between a coffee shop and a Asian restaurant with a New Orleans influence. We want our customers to feel right at home, so they could experience our food comfortably. So we added like a few homey aspects of the restaurant, like a piano player that would replay relaxing piano music. Our piano player could also take requests based on tips, and we also added some soft lights, and other homey decor. So families, friends, and couples can enjoy their homey experience as they experience the unique fusion that is a restaurant. And I'm gonna pass it down to Joanne.
So I designed the layout. So based on the customer request, we're trying to design an open space restaurant that have extra space for the customer so they can feel really comfortable. But also we're trying to make it more like cozy and a modern place, so like it can fit in any type of like business, or it's just like a family dinner. It's not too noisy, and can make people feel really comfortable and have like a great time in the restaurant. And as you can see in the layout, I designed it to really like have a perfect space for the customer to like walk in. Now even we have a large amount of customer, so the restaurant can fit up to 60 customer at one time. And we also put different types of tables so it can fit different amount. For example, if you want to go with only 2, then we have 2 people for 2, and for 4, for 6, and for 8. So I feel like it's really convenient for the customer, and they don't feel awkward when they go like only 2 or we have 4. And yeah, that would be like perfect amount. Yes. And then go to the next slide. Is for design, the decorate and design.
All right. So when I got assigned this, I really had to ask myself, what aspects of a restaurant do I like? And there were a couple things. But as a college kid, I also am budget friendly. So I'm kind of a penny pincher and kind of go on this idea. I really like antiquing and really like taking this kind of unique older things and making it new. And so as you can see, as some of the pictures I kind of had done, like in the background there's colanders or metal pans and kind of that thing with designs, probably just like poked through it and then made as a light and as a wall. And I love that. And that kind of goes on to the first thing that I really wanted was lighting. The restaurants that I really like to go in has extra ambient lighting, and kind of like what all of my other presenteers were saying, that the best aspect of our restaurant is kind of that cozy feel. And so in the bottom right hand you can see this kind of string light, and I really like having the string lights because it adds this unique twist to it. And you can even make it even more modern and use different kind of lights like Thomas Edison's light bulb. Then another thing that I really liked was the centerpieces. In the top or the bottom right and the top right, you can see kind of a couple examples of centerpieces. And kind of depending on the size of the table, we wouldn't want to take up too much of the table, but longer tables I could see maybe a bigger, more full flowers. But as well, you kind of have to eat into the budget with fresh flowers, so maybe just fake flowers. Then you kind of go up and then there's like these succulents, which I really like because they're cheap and you only have to water them once a month. And if you can't water plants like I do, it's easy and it doesn't take much work. So I love that. Then I love, kind of already talked about this, repurposing objects, but I feel like all of these things kind of add into this unique kind of more modern cozy place. And you can see another repurposing on the third or in the middle on the right, and it's these repurposed old spoons. So I really like that idea. Next slide. Thank you. I kind of wanted to go with this design and kind of Lucy and, well, everyone had kind of already said, but kind of this cozy, more modern touch of charm type of thing. So maybe having, you know, I mean, as you can tell, there's a piano in the corner, and it kind of goes over for all types of people. This kind of, you can have a professional business meeting or a romantic dinner away from the kids, or even just a quiet night away from the house, or a ladies' night, kind of reaches to everything. And so I really like the idea of this kind of like modern cozy coffee house theme. All right, next slide. For the employee uniforms, working in a restaurant, first and foremost is safety, because I know what it's like. And so kind of we went through the kitchen and the waiter staff. I kind of wanted it to just be plain. It kind of gives that more schwank place, this more up class place. You have this kind of simple uniform. With the kitchen male staff, I kind of wanted to have definitely black, maybe water resistant pants and this non-slip shoe, because you're going to be walking in and out and that's safe. And maybe even a white undershirt, but definitely a dark black overshirt, because if you're going to slip or something's going to fall on you, it's not going to make that big of a deal. Kind of the same idea with the waiter and waitress staff. All black, and then maybe like black shoes, slip resistant shoes, and then a white apron or something like that. But for the hostess, I kind of wanted to have this more church best outfit, where it's not necessarily a specific uniform, but just kind of this, I don't know, like a button-up shirt or khakis and then nice shoes. All right, next slide. For the female, kind of the same thing. For the hostess, kind of once again that church best, maybe a dress that's appropriate, or a nice blouse and some dress pants, and then kind of nice flats. I think that would give, I know whenever I walk into a restaurant with a hostess or a host or a hostess that are wearing nice clothes, but not necessarily a strict uniform, I like that place. I don't know why, but I do. I love it. So I kind of wanted to add that into our restaurant. And for the same thing, I've kind of got the same thing for the kitchen and waitress, all black, that way, and slip-resistant shoes for safety. All right, next slide. All right, Lucy.
Yeah. So the restaurant cost total is $20,869.43. To me, this is not a really expensive cost for a really big restaurant with an extra space and make the cups. We're trying to reach the quality first, so it's gonna make the customer feel really comfortable when they go to the restaurant. So the cost is including the furnitures, uniforms, and decoration. So in total, we have two round tables, 11 rectangle tables, 22 chairs, 2 booths, and the price for small table, chairs, and booth benches is $5,322.09. The large table is $3,079. The bar is really important because it's gonna make the drinks for the customer, and somebody can sit in the bar and enjoy the drink right there. So the cost for the bar is $3,274. All the bar tools is around $2,495. We also have the waiting area bench, is because maybe sometime that the customer that have to wait, so it's better to have the bench for them. So it's $955. The uniforms is total is $243.95. The name badge is $243.95. The employees will be responsible for the other elements of the uniforms. So to our decorations, the total cost is $5,500. And of course, the piano is pretty expensive, but it's a major aspect in the restaurant. So we still put it on, even though it's cost for $3,500. And all the lighting and wall decoration is going to be around $2,000. And the price will be fluctuate up and down. It depends on the requirements from the owner, because when he might want it to be more things to decorate or not. So that is the total cost that we estimate.
Okay.
All right, and that is the end of our presentation.
Okay. Wow. I really enjoyed it, and I had a few questions, if it's okay. Let's see. The concept of Asian Cajun is quite unique. Will that go over in Chicago? I've never spent much time in Chicago. What kind of food do they like up there?
I'll let Lucy answer that one.
I'm currently staying in Chicago right now, so that's the reason why I come up with the idea of this restaurant is actually like I came up with the idea because I found a restaurant like by the place I stay, and they really have a unique concept that I haven't seen anywhere else. So I think it's really interesting to put it in here.
Good, good. Will the food on the menu come from local providers? I guess probably.
Yeah.
Yes, the seafood especially.
Okay. Piano, that interests me. I guess when I was a kid, we had a player piano in the basement, and it was a great amount of fun. I don't know if they make player pianos in a grand piano style, but maybe that's something you could consider too. So if you don't have a piano player sometime, people could just put a nickel in and play a song or two.
Oh,
That's cool.
yeah.
How many servers do you think you would have? Or how many customers would a server serve?
We're probably thinking about maybe 8 to 10 per server.
Okay, so that'd be
10
like,
tables.
okay, cool. What is the fish on your layout? There's a fish in the corner, a black fish. What is that?
Just to indicate that we serve seafood.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you would have a fresh fish, you know, ice-filled counter or something where people could pick their fish or something.
Market like that before.
Yeah. Might get a little odoriferous if you do that. So. May have a fan overhead.
Yeah.
I like the idea for the decor. You've picked things that are pretty inexpensive, colanders and spoons and things like that.
I love HGTV, and that is where I learned it from.
Excellent. Okay. And the lighting is a good idea. The string lights, I guess for Chinese New Year or something, maybe you could hang little lanterns, you know, little paper lanterns. I don't know. I'm with you when it comes to watering flowers.
Oh my gosh, I'm awful at it.
Yes, yes. Plastic is in my place.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, will the place be? Will there be any soundproofing, or do you want it fairly hard to make sure the music goes everywhere? Or what if a family comes in and they want a kind of a quiet place to sit and eat?
I think about the music, we trying to like make it a classical music only, like it's comfortable, like it's not like a really crowded place.
Sure.
Loud music, no. Yeah.
Well, it's unique to have a live piano in a place that small. Let's see. I like the uniforms. A lot of people have logos on their T-shirts.
Yeah, I didn't really mention it, but we are wanting to have nameplates, like name badges. So all of the servers will have that.
Oh, okay.
And maybe even the hostess, kind of depending.
Okay. Let's see what I got written down here.
Our logo's on that design layout. And also,
well, I would make the logos kind of small and dignified rather than a big blast.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again, cost. On the cost slide, the name badges had a high price on them. $240. They were the same price as the uniforms. Maybe the name badge is a little less or something.
The uniforms.
Was that total?
Yes, that's a total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And wasn't that for 15 of them?
Probably.
Yeah. So
it happened to come to the same price.
Yeah.
Okay. What
No, the uniforms, the employees will be responsible for providing their own uniforms. We just give them those guidelines.
Okay. Oh, okay. Um, anything special for kids? I suppose you'll have some high chairs that they could use. Do you have any like placemats that they could draw on, or I
That'd
don't
be
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's a good idea. Like restaurants normally have
Yeah.
little something.
little
Yeah.
placemats with coloring and activities to do for the kids.
Okay. But you won't have TV screens along the walls and a sports
No.
bar atmosphere. Good.
No,
Okay.
no, no.
That's cool. Well, that's all the questions I had. I really enjoyed this. And what I'll do is I'll post a link to the recording. We don't have too much time left in the course, but maybe you'll get some people dropping in to watch the presentation. Do you have any questions for me? I'm still grading and I'm catching up, and I think you guys will all be doing fine as far as grades go.
I don't have any questions.
Okay,
I'm good.
good.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, you can head on home and get some lunch and finish all your CIS-200 work if you got any left.
Sweet.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
You.
Yeah.
Okay.